I'm going to make this video in the dark because that's the way most of you people are living. So let me enlighten you a little bit about what might be going on in the world, because I know you're in a hurry. You got to get to the next stoplight so you can check your cell phone, because I know you think you're the most important person in the world, and all your fans out there can't live without you. But that's cool, you know. It's good to have a good health, good self-esteem. So anyway, let's get on to more important things aside from you, of course. How about what's going on right now in the world? And maybe you don't know about it, but you're too busy checking Facebook. But there's a lot of innocent women, children, and men being killed over in the Ukraine. And it's not a very, very pleasant picture. And Ukraine now has been elevated to hero status. And you might ask, why? Why is that? Well, let me tell you why. Because they're defending their country against a guy named Vladimir Putin. And Vladimir, wonderful Vladimir up there in Russia, living in his monstrous, filthy, rich, beautiful homes that he's built. I was reading about one that was estimated it cost $1 billion to build. So think about that. Well, and surrounded by his military might, and 6,000 nuclear weapons, and maybe the biggest table ever built in history. But he decided that he was going to walk into Ukraine and annihilate it. And then once he annihilates it, who knows what his next conquest will be. But I just thought I'd like to enlighten you about this tyrant, this little man. And I don't like to talk about size, but when you think about a little man, he is the epitome of a little man, a Napoleon type, who I guess just can't live with himself. So he wants to make himself bigger than the rest of the world, bigger than all the tyrants that have ever lived. Excuse me. But yeah. So I watched a video about one of our senators talking about taking him out, and I think that that's a little strong, because we in the United States believe in democracy. Yes, democracy. And we believe by even having a tyrant like Putin have a fair trial. And I sent a message to Putin on YouTube, and to tell him that he needs to stop, because at his age, I don't know, what is he, 69 or 67? I don't know. I really don't care. But he doesn't have a long time to live. And maybe he should start thinking about where he's going to end up after he dies. So if he wants to push that envelope into a lot shorter distance, then he's going in the right direction right now, because there's a lot of people in the world that don't like what he's doing. And I can assure you that those guys they call oligarchs, they're not too happy either, because once you get into their pocketbook, they start to remove the rules of good living also. And they start thinking about, hey, this guy's putting a crimp on my savings. And who the hell knows how many billions some of them have. Maybe Forbes does, but they think they do, but they don't know, because these guys hide their money all over the world. Secret accounts, Switzerland and Cayman Islands and so forth and so on. Accounts that can't be traced. So they have no idea about how much money these guys have, or they know how big their yachts are. They know how big their mansions are. They know how many mansions maybe, because they put them in different names and so forth, and aliases. These guys, they know how to operate, because some of them are, I don't know any oligarch. I don't have any oligarch friends, but these guys are, they don't like being shut down. So Putin's making a lot of friends within his inner circle, and some of them are starting to come out and say, we don't agree with the war. Well, they know that it's going to reduce their income, and so consequently that's the main reason. Possibly some of them don't agree with the war, but buying Putin's oil is not the answer to all of this, and filling his pockets with more billions, and they don't even know how much money Putin has siphoned off. But I've seen 200 million. It's a hard number for me to say. $200 billion. Are you kidding me? That is in itself something that is really hard to figure. How can the president of the Russian government put together $200 billion? Well, it sounds a little overt to me, but what do I know? Maybe I'm just living in the dark.